Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping Like a Girl, or welcome to if you are new. I'm Natalie, and we're going to be checking some of the splits that we made a little while ago. It's been really rainy here, and I feel like I've said that in my last couple of videos, but it really has. It just has not stopped raining, and it kind of sucks because we haven't been able to check the bees. But it's a little overcast today, but the sun's like kind of out every now and then, so hopefully everything will dry up soon and we'll have a nice strong honey flow. But we are going to see how these girls are doing. We made, I think, 4 splits, so we have 4 different splits that hopefully have some really good queens going. And basically it had been raining really hard one day and it basically stopped, so we went up and checked a couple hives. In this one, we were hoping that they weren't swarming, but they did. They decided that they wanted to have 3 virgin queens running around and a swarm cell. I think that's what it was. It feels like it was a while ago. And they had a 10 frame, and then I think they had a couple supers on at one point. So they were doing really good, and then all of a sudden they had 3 queens running around. So we made some splits, and we'll go and check the queens in a little bit, but this is the one that had the cell. And this is like the original hive. This is where we made all the splits from. So let's go ahead and check them, but before we do that, I just want to say, like my last video, I am going to do the young beekeepers again, so stay tuned for that, and you can see some young beekeepers who have been doing really great in their beekeeping journey. So if you want to see some pictures of that, I'll have that at the end. And my smoker is kind of going out, so I'm just going to push it down a little bit. When I'm lighting my smoker or just pushing it down, I always get some of the wood chips everywhere, but also on my smoker, in one of my last videos, I think it was my testing honey video, smoke got down in my throat. I showed that I might have dented my smoker a little bit, and now it's a little bumpy, but it got popped out from my dad, so thanks to him, because it works a lot better now. And I was still using it while it was dented, and it worked fine, but it was still a little bit hard to light it because of that dent in there. But it's good now. I'm just gonna have to wait till the conference to get a new one. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into these girls and see how they look. So actually, last time we checked them, so they had all had laying queens, but it's been a while, so hopefully they still have a laying queen, and I just want to check that. So it'll be a quick check, but I feel like last time they actually had only, I think, 4 frames in here, and they had built comb on the side, and we didn't think they were gonna do that quickly, but they did. So we added a foundation frame. So let's check to see if they're starting to draw that out a little bit. It looks like they might be, but it's a little bit of funky comb. Yeah, you can see they're building it out a little weird there, so I'm just gonna scrape this a little bit. We try to wax our frames so that doesn't happen. We'll just like take a roller and roll it on. Hopefully someday we'll be able to make a video on that, but we might not have done that on this one, or maybe we did and they still built it out funny. They did okay around here, but there's just these weird spots. So they should be able to just build it out normally after that. It's always funny how they'll build comb anywhere, but not on the foundation frame. I don't know why they do that, but they always do. And then when they do decide to build it on the foundation frame, it's not built right, but that's alright. Okay. Looks like they're maybe starting to draw that out a little bit, but not really. really just gonna go to the middle and see their eggs and see how she's doing with that. So I do see eggs down in there. There's a pretty good larva down in there too. There's a lot of royal jelly down there, so that's good. Oh, and there she is right there. She's pretty dark. Well, that's nice. We got to see her. I don't think we saw her last time, so glad that we got to see her this time. Alright, well that's really all I needed out of this one. I wasn't even expecting to find the queen, so that's great. So I'm just going to close them back up and we're going to go over to the other 3 splits that we have to see how they're doing. So let's walk over here. Just a little warning, it is pretty messy, but you know, that's part of beekeeping. It's what happens. It's alright. Alright, so these are the splits. Here's 2 and then there's another one over there, which we'll also check. But one thing that you may or may not have noticed, this entrance is going out that way and this one is going this way. So what we're going to do is put them in a double nuke, which we've made a couple videos on already, and we have a double nuke over there, but it basically is one box and there's 2 hives on each side. So we've made a couple videos on that if you want to go check it out. So let's go ahead and see how they're doing. So we just did that so we could put them in a double nuke, and they're really great. We like having the double nukes. There's a couple downfalls to having them, but other than that, they're pretty great. So anyways, let's open these up and see how they're doing. So hopefully we'll be able to build them up a little bit more because they don't look super strong right now. Yeah, there's a pretty good amount of larvae in there. Yeah, this is all laid up. That looks really good. So if you can get close here, you might be able to see that nice larva down in there. Well, that's great. I'm just going to check one more frame. Looks like she's laid most of this up too. Lots of royal jelly down in there, and that's always good to see. That looks really good. Alright, well that's, again, all I needed from that. I was hoping maybe I could find the queen again, but I'm not that lucky, so let's go ahead and check this next one. Probably need to cut this tree because it's getting pretty annoying. There's not a whole lot of bees in here, but hopefully they'll be able to build up pretty soon. There's a lot of propolis, so it's pretty sticky right now, but that looks really good too. There's lots of larvae down in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that too. Oh yeah, there is a queen. My mom pointed it out and I didn't even see her, but she's right there. Wow, look at that, first frame. Alright, cool. Be really careful putting that back in because she's on that frame. Again, that's all I need from that one, so let's move on to the last hive, or nuke, down here. So we're going to go through these ones right here. This hive is doing really good. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supers on. You can see it's taller than me, or maybe just about. I would love to check that hive right now, but I can't lift those supers. I have once, but now I can't lift those anymore, so it's a little sad, but anyway, let's continue with the nukes. Some of these are kind of tight with these frames in it. That's why I like this hive tool, because it has the hook on it. I can pull that frame up. This looks pretty good too. Yeah, that's all laid up. There's quite a bit of pollen in here. We're just going to check one more frame. This one's pretty heavy actually. Yeah, this is mostly nectar. Probably not going to be able to see it, but this is really shiny and this is all just filled with nectar. So that's good. They have some food. Well, I saw eggs and larvae and all that looks good. So I'm not going to push my luck to find the queen. Well, that's pretty much it. We're just kind of checking some hives, seeing how these are doing. So it's always fun to see that we got 100% out of those. We got 4 out of 4, so that's really good. That's pretty much it. And we're probably going to check some more hives, see if some honey is ready so we can extract. And hopefully we'll be able to do a video on extracting this year. I'm really excited about all of that. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Follow along for more bee adventures and be here next time on Beekeeping Like a Girl.